Hello. Welcome to S.C. Johnson's Golden Rondelle Theater. We are excited to have you join us today for a 90-year anniversary tribute to Fibber McGee and Molly. Before we get started, there's just a couple things I want to go over with you. Your feedback on the program is really important to us. So I know many of you got the half sheet of paper survey on your way in or took the card to scan the code and do the survey online. It's brief, but your feedback, as I said, is really important. So please take a moment and do that before you leave today. There'll be baskets at the doors on your way out if you chose to do it that way. Today's program brings a close to this year's community interest programs. But later in the summer, we'll start to announce a new season. If you want to have your name included on our contact list, you'll kind of get advance notice of the programs in an email that we send out a few times throughout the year. You can add your name if we don't already have it, your email, to the survey, and then we will include you in our contact list. You can also always go online to www.scjohnson.com/CIP to learn more and make a reservation for upcoming programs. And then the last thing, if you would please take a moment to silence your cell phone. All right, before we kick off Fibber McGee and Molly's, we want to share a little bit of S.C. Johnson, formerly Johnson's Wax, history with you. So would you please help me welcome company archivist Terry Basil for a look back to the 1930s.
Stand right here so that I can see the screen too. Okay, these are the words we hear in every radio program, and now a word from our sponsor. And so today I shall be your sponsor. My name is Terry Basil, and I have been S.C. Johnson's archivist and historian for the last 22 years. My job is to be a gatekeeper for Johnson Wax history. I manage the archives. I do a lot of the exhibits that you see around campus. I am an expert in Frank Lloyd Wright, whether I want to be or not. So today we are going to talk about Fibber McGee and Molly.
About 70 miles north of Chicago is the pleasant city of Racine, Wisconsin, population 70,000, whose principal industries include Johnson's Wax, Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, Johnson's Carnew, Johnson's Cream Wax, Johnson's Drax, the newest...
Harlow. Ixnay the old play.
Okay. Anyway, as we stand in the railroad station in the pleasant city of Racine, a train is pulling in, bringing two people for a visit to the factory where they make Johnson's Wax, Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, Johnson's Carnew, Johnson's Cream Wax,
We'll talk, please.
Okay, so we find two people. Guess who?
So as I said, I'm S.C. Johnson's archivist and historian. Well, I did not grow up in the golden age of radio. My parents did, and I will tell you, every year my dad around the holidays would tell us we had to be good, otherwise Billy the Brownie would tell Santa we were naughty. If you don't know who Billy the Brownie is, that was a radio program, went on for about 30 years through Schuster's department store. But it put the fear in me of brownies. It put the fear of me of being naughty around Christmas. So that is my radio broadcast history right there. But I'm going to start with S.C. Johnson in 1935. So this is a picture of our campus. And as you can see, we were a lot smaller than we are today. You will notice in the forefront that some telltale buildings are actually missing from this picture. They didn't actually get... Our Frank Lloyd Wright buildings did not exist. They were just a glimmer in someone's eye somewhere up until 1936. So we were a small company, and our leader, H.F. Johnson Jr., was really looking for a way to make this small Midwestern wax company known. So H.F. Jr., he was pushing 30 at the time and really looking at different ideas about advertising, because advertising was the way that people would understand who we were as a company and what our products were. In the early 1930s, there weren't that many avenues to do advertising. You could do newspapers, you could do magazines, you could do store displays, you could have your salesmen travel the country and talk to store owners. You could also buy a plane, like H.F. Jr. did, traveled around the country and do barrel rolls and give rides and all of that, but that's a whole different story. But in 1930, You have the advent of radio. Now, radio came around in about the late 1890s, but like every new innovation, it takes quite a while before it's affordable. So by 1930, radios were in about 14 million homes in America. So it was this budding format that you could use to entertain people as well as advertise. Now, H.F. Johnson and his brother-in-law, Jack Lewis, who was our ad man out of Chicago, really thought radio was the answer to the question. This is how we're going to market the company. This is how you reach a wide swath of people at any given time. And so we started slow. We started with a few little programs that kind of test things out. So you have Fred Waring's orchestra. You have Ted Weems, who's not up here, but Ted Weems had in his chorus a very young Perry Como. You also had Tony Wan's scrapbook. Tony Wan was a poet, so he would have almost these fireside chats where he would talk to the audience, and it was a very calming radio program, and it extended into House by the Side of the Road, which was another Tony Wan scrapbook program. But these proved to be very successful at the time. They really had good results for us. So HF and Jack were on the search for a show they could produce, a show they could create and produce. They wanted to be the sole sponsor. And so they interviewed people, acts all over the country to try to find the right fit. Then, around 1934, Henrietta Lewis, you'll see her in the top picture on the right-hand side, that's HF's sister. She was in Chicago and she heard this show called Smack Out. Smack Out featured a husband and wife team of Jim and Marion Jordan, and it was this country general store, and they were always smack out of everything you wanted except tall tales. So Jack and HF thought, this is our duo. The chemistry between them is really good. Their head writer, Don Quinn, he was great. He did a lot of corny and funny comedy, and so this was a great mix. So by April 16th, 1935, Johnson Wax Presents Fibber McGee and Molly went on the air. Now, it wasn't an overnight success. I think with radio, you really had to gain your audience. You know, people, not everyone owned radios, so it took a while. In the earliest episodes, Fibber and Molly were riding around in their old jalopy finding adventures. They found that, eventually they were going to need to settle somewhere because they needed a means to have adventures and cast members come to them. So eventually they moved into 79 Wistful Vista. And they were visited by a host of cast members, Gildersleeves, Teeny, just a whole bunch of different cast members. And my favorite would be Harlow Waxy Wilcox. Harlow Wilcox was the show's announcer, but he was also the product placement man in the show. And you heard him straight up at the beginning. He would always walk in mid-episode and give product placement, talk about Johnson Wax products. But he did it in such a way where the show didn't stop. It was more like he just kind of inserted himself in whatever they were doing to Fibber's annoyance. And it was a great part of the show. It also kind of showed our sense of humor, that it wasn't all about the sponsors. It was about the comedy, the audience, what they were seeing. So get this moving. There it is. By the height of Fibber McGee and Molly, it was running across the country in 135 different stations. It also moved into Canada and parts of Latin America. So this was a really big program. At the height of its popularity, it was getting upwards of 30 million viewers or listeners an episode. Imagine that, 30 million listeners. That would be a huge score for an HBO show today. So this was every week. Now, we had one of the #1 programs in the country. What do you do with it? That's when you can do the product promotion. Fibber and Molly appeared on a lot of our advertising. They appeared on our products, and they appeared in our stores. So they also, during the war, they had all these great war products and war advertisements to try to help the war effort. So they were able to do those things because they were such a popular program. They also traveled. In 1946, to celebrate the company's 60th anniversary, they did a live performance in Racine at Memorial Hall. Now, this was a great thing. It was well planned. They invited all employees and VIPs to come view this live broadcast of Fibber McGee and Molly.
Oh, McGee, look. Isn't that a beautiful building?
Ah, that's the Johnson Wax Administration Building, Molly. Frank Lloyd Wright designed it.
Frank Lloyd Wright, the airplane inventor? No, dearie, no. No, that was Harold Bell Wright.
Oh.
Frank Lloyd Wright is the great modern architect.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he the guy that designs waterfalls running through your living room and tornadoes through your checkbook?
Hey, now, look, let me tell you something about this building, kids.
Okay.
In the first place, look, about this building now. In the first place, no windows.
No windows?
No.
Heavenly days, in that case, you can't sit in the draft, catch a cold, and take 5 days off.
And it's air conditioned, winter and summer.
Well, let's go on in, Junior. I want to contact the captain of the bowling team.
Hey, now, wait a minute. A few more facts about this building. It's one of the most unusual in America. The dendriform pylons.
What's that?
Watch your language, Junior.
Dendriform pylons are pillars shaped like golf tees, used in this building for the first time. In here, we have a cafeteria, moving picture theater.
McGee,
We've got all
look, there's Mayor Latrivia. Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, Molly. Hello, McGee. How are you, Harlow?
Hello, Mr.
Mayor.
Mayor. How are
Have
you?
you been through this building? It's simply amazing. You see that huge framework over there? That's going to be the finest wax research laboratory in the world. A 16-story glass tower.
A glass research laboratory? That's the silliest thing I ever heard. How can you keep any secrets in a glass laboratory?
So this is from my favorite episode, which was the Racine broadcast that they did. And it was such a fun thing because the episode ends up with Fibber and Molly in HF's office, and they were pushing lots of buttons. And one of the buttons they pushed ended up making it rain outside. So I really love this episode. But it shows our relationship with Fibber and Molly and Jim and Mary and Jordan. They were huge influences on our company. They put Johnson Wax on the map. Now, there came points in time when they would actually go on hiatus so that they could take a rest. And we had other radio programs take their place. Some of these, we had Pee Wee Reese and Dizzy Dean, both baseball stars, doing sports programs. We also had my favorite, Victor Borga. I love his mix of comedy and musicianship, and also the thriller, The Shadow. Another one I read just recently, Meredith Willson, who created The Music Man and the unsinkable Molly Brown, also had a radio program that was a hiatus program for us. So we were able to fill that time with other radio programs. So I will say radio was a great time for us. We sponsored Fibber McGee and Molly for 15 years. At that time, that was an unprecedented sponsorship, 15 years. Usually sponsors came and went, and you had to find new ones all the time, but we believed so much in what they were doing and just the funny plot lines that they had that we were in that relationship for a long time. Now, I will say, our last performance, our last broadcast of Fibber McGee and Molly came around May 26, 1950. And why was that? TV, of course. Our first TV commercial was in 1949 with a young Betty White, Schilling Johnson Cream Wax. So we were testing out TV before we ended radio. TV was a new medium. By 1950, you had about 9 million households owned a TV. Now compare that to 1959, they had over 50 million. So TV was expanding at a larger rate than radio ever did. But radio was what eased you into TV. Now, once we were done with Fibber McGee and Molly and ended that partnership, we had partnerships with Robert Montgomery, the father of Elizabeth Montgomery, who was famous for Bewitched. We also did the Steve Allen Show, and we did the Red Skelton Show. I love this picture. That's an episode they did inside the administration building. Right now, it's lost to time. I don't have it, and no one else seems to have it either. One of these days, I will find it. It's my holy grail. But these were just great pieces, but they couldn't have happened without having a sponsorship like Fibber and Molly. That really eased the way to make us understand the importance of advertising. So I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I just wanted to show you some fun ads we'd have over the years and say thank you for letting me come here and speak at you before the big event today. I just want to say the company has always been so proud of our roots with Fibber McGee and Molly. So thank you.
Thank you, Terry. That was great. I learned several things I didn't know either. Now I would like to welcome Nita Hunter with RG Productions to the stage to introduce today's program.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What a wonderful, fascinating piece of background information that was. It only gives us more chills and thrills to be here on this stage today. I just have a few words to share with you, so if you'll bear with me while I So thank you so much. Welcome to Fibber McGee and Molly. We're delighted to be back here on the stage. The last time we performed here was 2019, before the pandemic. The pandemic changed a lot of lives for our group, and so we're happy to be back at it. If you're not familiar with RG Productions, we've been performing on stages in southeast Wisconsin and northern Illinois for 18 years. We're mostly old souls who want to keep old-time radio alive, who also like to act on stages. So many of the performers you'll see today, you can see at local theaters, such as the Racine Theater Guild, 6th Street Theater, and the Lakeside Players in Kenosha. And of course, southeast Wisconsin and northern Illinois provide us with plenty of opportunity to do great radio. In addition to Fibber McGee and Molly up here, we've got Orson Welles in Kenosha and his plethora of works that have been done there, and then there's Jack Benny from Waukegan. So we do those and many, many more. They keep us very busy. So today we're going to have you step inside the enchanting and often chaotic world of 79 Wistful Vista, which was actually thought to be in Peoria, Illinois. And the cast agreed that probably many of you may have listened to Fibber McGee and Molly, but many of you may have not. So it lends itself well to introduce some of the characters so that you understand why they're acting like they are. So I agreed to take on that job. So here we go. First of all, we want to understand that Fibber McGee is a sort of a blustering storyteller, and his stories they don't always have an element of nonfiction to them. And his sharp-witted wife, Molly, keeps him in line quite often. But sometimes she causes him to get into or to get out of line. So watch for that, especially in the first show that we're going to present to you. So the first show is called The Man in the Street. And it was first performed, I think, in 1947. But in addition to Fibber and Molly, the neighborhood drops in on Fibber McGee and Molly, or they go out and interact with their neighbors. But it's the same characters every week. So the audience gets to know the characters and they expect certain things from them, right? So imagine yourself in your neighborhood. If you were lucky enough to grow up in a neighborhood like I did in the 1960s, or maybe even in the 1950s, or even now, we can make connections with Fibber McGee and Molly if we try to, because most of our neighbors have certain foibles that kind of reveal themselves over time. So think of it like that. So the first person that we're going to introduce in the show is Throckmorton Gildersleeve. In this show, Gildersleeve went on to have his own show, but he was a character. And the thing about Fibber is he needs people to interact with him, and he needs those people to in a sense, be harsh on him. And so we want you to understand that what sounds like bullying, perhaps, is not, and it's just the way that the characters interacted during that time. So Throckmorton is a main one that interacts with them. He's pompous and melodramatic, and he always ready to start a clash with Fibber in a comically overblown way. So when you see the actors overblowing their part, it's purposeful, because remember, they were listening on radio, not watching on stage. Then there's the old timer. Old timer appears in today's episode, and he is sort of a feeble, hard of hearing old man. For whatever reason, he calls Fibber Johnny. And he also tries to counter Fibber by constantly saying things. The one line he's famous for is, "Tain't the way I heard it, heard it. Tain't the way I heard it." Another character for the two women characters in the first radio play is Mrs. Uppington. She's a snooty society matron who is living a life up here, and supposedly Fibber's, maybe right about here. And so she's going to act snooty, and Fibber enjoys deflating her. So watch for that in the show and see how, it gives a little bit of a deflate. I would say if any of us were to say, besides Fibber and Molly, what's your favorite character? It has to be Teeny. So Teeny's in both shows. Teeny was originally voiced by Marion Jordan. And what you'll notice is Teeny never appears on the radio at the same time as Molly. And that's because Molly voiced Teeny, but today we have an excellent other actress who voices Teeny. She loves storytelling and earning a nickel from Fibber, and she basically drives him crazy. And then finally, Wallace Wimple. Wallace is an interesting character. When we have our actor try to perform Wallace Wimple, who's Rick Haggerty, our sound engineer's favorite character, we say he talks like he has marbles in his mouth. And so you have to be a really good actor. So when you hear Wallace Wimple up there talking, don't shout, "Clear your mouth," or anything like that, because he is definitely trying to sound like Wallace Wimple did. And then pay attention, if you will, to the sound effects table in both shows. So all of our sound effects are live, and those are one of the biggest, funniest sound effects was the hall closet. So Fibber would go, anytime you hear Fibber saying he's got to go to the closet to get something, if you're the listener, you're perking your ears up because you know it's going to happen, and it does in both of our shows. So a final word about applause. Oftentimes in the shows, whenever a new character came or left the show, there would be a round of applause. So I'll be sitting up here, and Dan Sticka, where's Dan? There he is. Dan's going to lead some applause too. So when you see us lead applause, feel free to join in. And that kind of slows things down a little bit and allows you to be part of the show. Wow, I think I'm done. So sit back, tune in, and enjoy the timeless humor and heart of Fibber McGee and Molly, where the door to laughter is always open and sometimes, occasionally, spills onto the floor. How does it look? Notice the difference? With Johnson's wax. made my husband dinner or breakfast and sent him off to work, and I've been busy cleaning all day, so I can't wait for that time that I get to sit down and listen to my favorite show. Fibber McGee and Molly.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson Wax and Johnson Self-Polishing Glow Coat presents Fibber McGee and Molly, written by Don Quinn. A man can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, and his wife almost none of the time. So when our hero seems unusually gay and lighthearted, laughing at anything, his better half suspects the worst. In other words, when a guy doesn't grouse, his spouse smells a mouse. That's the way it is tonight with Fibber McGee and Molly.
So, see, when I sees Egghead Vanderveen there in front of Joe's Tavern, I walks up to him. I says, "Hi, Egghead." I says, "What's cooking?" And he says, "I am. Just give me the hot foot." Well, I tell you, that just about tore my upholstery because Egghead's the kind of guy who can really
McGee!
go... What? Mm-hmm.
What's the matter with you? You're merry as a grig over nothing. What's on your mind?
My mind? Nothing. But let me tell you about Egghead. See, so I says to Egghead...
I don't want to hear about Egghead. I want to know about you. You always act like this when you're up to something. Look, did you mail that special delivery letter for me yesterday morning?
Oh, that. Oh, don't give it a thought, Molly. But to get back to what I says to Egghead,
Did you mail the letter?
Molly, am I the kind of guy who, when you tell him to do something you want done, don't mail it?
Never mind that. I just asked you a simple...
Did you ever ask me to do anything that I wasn't only too glad to cooperate into doing it, huh? No, sir.
McGee, did you mail the letter?
No.
Well, the reason I wanted to know...
But I'll do it right away. No, wait till I get my coat. Now, as soon as I can run across the street,
But
I'm
McGee,
sure...
let me...
No, I will do it. I should have done it yesterday.
Tain't funny, McGee.
Sorry, I forgot. But you can consider the error rectified.
Wait a minute, McGee, the letter...
No. I'm just going to dash across the street to the mailbox, Molly. I'll be right back, huh?
McGee, wait a minute. Oh, heavenly days.
Now, sometimes I wonder why the government's always putting mailboxes on the corner where somebody else lives. If I had my way, I'd... Oh, hey there. Hiya, Gildersleeve.
Hello, McGee. Hey, don't run across that pavement. Can't you see they just...
Go bounce a meatball, you big ape. I know what I'm doing here. Wait. What is this? What is this? Fresh tar?
Get out of there, McGee. They just resurfaced the pavement. You'll get stuck.
What do you mean, get stuck? I am stuck. Why didn't you warn me, you dumbbell?
I tried to, you little twerp. If you hadn't... there, Mrs. McGee.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. McGee, come out of there this minute.
I can't. I can't pick up my feet. What is this anyway, tar?
No. It's a patent paving material they're trying out. You like it?
Oh, I love it. In fact, I am stuck on it. Now, Dad, ready to do something. Get me out of here.
Can you pull your feet up, dearie?
No, okay, wait. Let me try again. No, it's no use. Harder I try, deeper I go in.
You see, Mrs. McGee, confidentially, he sticks.
Dad, read it, Gildersleeve. If you don't knock this off...
Now, let's all keep calm and think this thing out. McGee, can you slip out of your shoes?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna. I just had them half soled.
Come on, McGee, don't stand there arguing. You're attracting a crowd. Now, take off your shoes and start running.
Okay. Okay, here I come.
Well, come on.
Can't. I'm stuck again.
Well, take off your socks and start over.
Okay, I'll try anything. Now. Okay, what do I do now? Take off my feet?
Oh, dear. Who should I call, dearie? The street commissioner, the fire department, the police, or the Gallup poll?
What do you mean the Gallup poll?
Well, you're the man in the street, all right. What should we do, Mr. Gildersleeve?
I don't know what you're gonna do, Mrs. McGee, but I'm going home to get my movie camera. By George, I've never seen anything so funny in my life.
Dad, rat it, you stay where you done are, Gildersleeve, you big heel. Oh.
McGee, you mustn't call Mr. Gildersleeve a heel.
All right, maybe not. But I bet he could have a lot of fun sliding down a shoehorn. Hey, anybody gonna get me out of here?
Don't get excited, McGee. We're doing everything we can to try to help you out.
Well, hello there, Donna. Hi, hello, Gildersleeve. Hiya, Johnny. What you doing?
What do you think I'm doing, huh? I'm tap dancing, you old dodo.
Tap dancing, eh? You never told me you could tap dance there, daughter. Let's see you do a stuff. Jump off the buffalo, Johnny.
Oh, for goodness sake, stop teasing him. He's in a terrible predicament.
Hey, what's this all about, kids? What's he doing out there in the street, daughter?
He's stuck in that fresh pavement, Mr. Old-Timer. Know any way we can get him out?
Sure.
How?
Get a couple of shovels, see? Then go down into the basement of your house. Dig a tunnel till you're right under him. Then dig up until you reach him and pull him down through.
Oh, my goodness.
That's silly.
It ain't only silly, it's callous and cruel. Everybody's making wisecracks while I stand here and suffer. Don't you realize this paving material is getting hotter every minute? Call somebody, do something.
Well, what will we do?
How should I know? If you can't think of anything else, throw me a red and green lantern. I'll spend the rest of my life here as a traffic signal.
That's pretty good, Johnny. Just ain't fair. I heard it. The way I heard it, one fellow says to the other fellow, say, he says, but hey, this ain't any time for jokes, is it, Junior? Little Johnny out there stuck in a tie.
It certainly isn't.
Of course not.
Then, on the other hand, it might cheer him up. The way I heard it, one fellow says to the other fellow, say, he says, I see where Groucho Marx is going to be a professor at Harvard. Is that so, says the other fellow. Where's Harpo going? Wellesley.
All right. I guess you got something there, old-timer. That Harpo is a great guy from... Why am I laughing? Dad ran it, get me out of here. Do something. Somebody help. Help.
What's that guy doing out there in the street? Advertising something?
Nah, they say he got stuck in the fresh pavement.
Well, if he saw they were going to pave the street, why didn't he get out of the way?
Hey, Molly. Molly!
Yes, dearie, here I am. And here's a little footstool for you to sit on. Catch.
Much obliged. Is somebody coming to get me out of here? Who'd you call?
Well, first, Mr. Gildersleeve and I called the Commissioner of Streets, and then he referred us to the Department of Health.
The Department of Health?
Yeah, he said it wasn't healthy to stand here in the street night and day.
Yeah. Well, what did the health department say?
They referred us to the License Commissioner because they said you were making an exhibition of yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, and the license commissioner sent us to the Board of Education.
Okay, now, Dad, what has the Board of Education got to do with this?
They said they're teaching us they offer freshly paved street.
But we finally got to the right people, McGee. This is a new type of paving, and they're going to send the inventor of it out.
Well, thank goodness, at last. Now, when will he
Hey,
get you?
stick in the mud. Can I have your autograph?
Why, certainly, Bud. Just toss me your death certificate.
Oh, dear, Mr. Gildersleeve. If that man doesn't get here pretty soon, I don't know. Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Uppington?
How do you do, my dear? And Mr. Gildersleeve?
Ah, good day, Miss Abigail.
What on earth is the cause of this boisterous crowd, my dear?
It's McGee, Abigail. He's stuck out there in the middle of the street. See?
Well, really? Did he step in some chewing gum?
He's starting to trot across the street a freshly painted the silly asphalt runner.
Oh, look here, Mr. Gildersleeve.
But Mrs. McGee, we simply can't have your husband making a spectacle of himself. He's lowering the tone of the whole neighborhood.
Don't give me that Vassar Vaseline, dearie. Next thing you'll get so exclusive, you'll want our fire department to have an unlisted phone number.
Well, really, Mrs. McGee,
Wait a minute, girls. Hey, McGee, here's Mrs. Uppington. She wants to get you out of there. You're low in real estate.
Yeah. So I am, huh? Uppy, you mean to stand there wobbling on your wedgies and accuse me of doing this on purpose?
I really wouldn't know, Mr. McGee, but if you're posing as a personal investigator of paving material, I have a suggestion to make.
Yeah, and what's that?
Did you ever hear of a certain place which is said to be paved with good intentions?
Wait a minute, you mean,
Yes, and when you get through here, go there. Goodbye!
Hey, Molly, where's the guy who invented this stuff? When's he coming, huh?
Just as soon as they can get a hold of him, dearie.
Yeah, just wait till I get hold of him. I tell you, I'm gonna do
Hey,
something.
hey, what's all this? Come here a minute, Fibber.
Oh, no, you come here, Wilcox.
Well, all right, I'll just
No,
step on-
Mr. Wilcox, you'll get stuck too.
McGee is tighten that new paving material, Harlow. Don't set foot on it.
Aw, why didn't you let him come? He always claimed he was a guy that would stick by his friends.
Say, you're in a tough spot, pal. Can't pull yourself loose.
Who? Me? Oh, why, sure, Wilcox. I'm just standing here till the steamroller comes by. Then I'll lay down and get my pants pressed.
Well, I can sympathize with you, Fibber. Standing in that tar, you're typical of the stories I hear every day.
What do you mean, typical?
Well, you're tarred, aren't you?
Well, sure, I'm tired, but I don't...
Well, so is every housewife in the world. Tired of the everlasting scrubbing and cleaning and dusting. Tired of trying to keep house with old-fashioned, inefficient methods. That's why they all love Johnson's wax. Because it cuts household work to a minimum and keeps floors and furniture shining and beautiful and protects them against wear and dirt. Get some today. Johnson's wax for that tarred feeling.
Wilcox.
What?
You're farred.
Oh, I am not. You didn't harm me, and you can't far me. And I can prove it.
How, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, I'm just going to send our sponsor in Racine a wire.
Send the sponsor a war. If he'd spend more time listening to Fibber and McGee and less to Lummen Abner. Well, anyway, when am I going to get out of here?
Hey, now. Take it easy, little chum. Take it easy. We'll just have to wait till the paving expert gets here.
Don't you little chum me, you big chump. All you've done since I've been stuck here is stand around and crack wise.
Is that so? Why, you ungrateful little grunion. You lippy little lizard. You wait till you get out of there, and I'll teach you a few manners.
Yeah, go on. You couldn't teach a worm to squirm, huh? You big oaf. By the time I get loose from here, I'll be in just the mood to kick you right in the teeth, and I don't care if they're paid for yet.
Oh, heavenly days, boys, stop it.
Well, let him come out here. I'll show him.
You can't fight here. And McGee,
Huh.
you owe Mr. Gildersleeve an apology. He's done everything he could to get the city officials to come out and get you loose.
Yeah? And it's like most of his arrangements. Nothing happens.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so.
Why, you abbreviated anthropological aberration.
What is an anthropological aberration?
You are!
He is not.
I am too.
You are not!
Well, make up your mind. Now stop this bickering, both of you. Come on, Mr. Gildersleeve. Let's go call up the street commissioner again.
All right. Don't you worry, little chum.
Okay, Throcky, and hurry back, Molly.
All right, dearie.
Come on, Joe. Let's beat it.
Nothing. Yeah. Let's go. Hey. Don't everybody leave. Somebody stay and talk to me. Ah, dead ratted luck. Why does everything have to happen to me, huh? If I'd have only mailed that letter to Molly when I should have.
Hi, mister.
Sorry, sis, I ain't got time to talk to you right now. I'm in a hurry.
Well, where are you going?
Well, I'm going down to... Huh? You know, come to think of it, Well, what do you want, sis?
Oh, what you doing out there in the street, mister? Huh? Well, what you doing, huh? What you doing?
I'm a scare sparrow. I says, I'm a scare sparrow, huh? That's the same as a scarecrow, only I don't scare scrows, I scare sparrows.
Oh, why?
Well, they make too much noise, huh? They disturb the frenistans.
What's a frenistance?
Oh, that's the kind of thing that gets disturbed by sparrows.
Oh, well, I'll bet you can't scare the Whitcombs, I bet you.
Well, what's a Whitcomb?
It's a little girl who doesn't believe in that frenistance stuff.
All right, I'm glad you came along, sis. You cheer me up.
No, you cheer me up.
You cheer me up first.
All right, should I tell you a story?
Sure. Tell me a story.
How about Cinderella?
It ain't risque, is it?
I hope not, because I have the wrong page in my script.
Oh, okay.
And thank you. Well, alrighty. So, once upon a time, there was a little girl named Cinderella, and she had a nasty old stepmother, and she went to a ball, and she lost her slipper, and the prince found it, and he married her, and they lived happily ever after. You want to hear another one?
No, thanks. I was going to ask for the one about Peter Rabbit, but the way you boil him down, it'd turn out to be Hassenpfeffer.
I can recite poems, too.
Oh, you can? I says you can.
Can what?
Cherries, and make sure you get all the pits out of them.
Oh, you're silly, mister.
Yeah, all right. I guess I am at that, sis. Go ahead. Recite something.
All right. This is going to be a dandy one. All right. The boy stood on the burning deck, mending a pair of socks. It roused his ire when the thread caught fire. Hot darn!
Yeah, if you don't mind, sis, I think that should conclude your benefit performance. You want to earn a nickel by running an errand for me?
Nope.
You don't?
No, I want to earn a dime.
You're taking advantage of my desperation, sis. I'll report you to the labor board. Okay, it's a dime. Now look.
All righty.
Okay, you run down to Kramer's drugstore, have him throw me an evening paper. Yeah. Then run over to my house, tell Mrs. McGee I want a little table and a deck of cards so I can play some solitaire. Oh, yeah, and a portable radio.
All righty, should I tell her anything else?
Yeah.
What?
I'm hungry.
Oh, pshaw! Have you had enough to eat now, McGee?
Not quite. Toss me one more cookie, huh? Thanks.
Yeah, how about a coffee, McGee? You want some more?
No, thanks, Gildersleeve. You can pull the hose in now.
Okay.
Hey, now when is that guy gonna get here?
You mean the man who invented this paving material? He's due any minute, McGee. Just be patient. Are you terribly tired?
Well, I ain't as tired as I am disgusted. I'm disgusted and humiliated. And my feet are getting numb. This stuff is getting hard. Hey, did you call the city hall again?
Yes, I did, dearie.
Who'd you get?
Mert.
Mert. What'd she have to say?
She said a cousin overturned his canoe yesterday.
Yeah? Did he get drowned?
No, he just got tired of paddling, so he overturned it to his brother.
Overturned it to his brother. If that ain't the farthest fetch gag I ever heard of, me standing here helpless.
By George, here he comes, McGee. It won't be long now.
What? Huh? Where? Who?
Oh, it's the inventor of the paving material, McGee. He'll know how to get you loose. Make way, folks, please. Make way, make way. Let the man through. McGee, here he is, the expert.
Hiya, bud. Glad to see ya.
Hello.
Oh, my goodness. It's Wallace Whipple.
Are you really the inventor of this pavement, Mr. Wimple?
Yes, I am. And I'm dreadfully sorry that your husband got stuck, Mrs. McGee. It just makes me miserable to think of it.
What do you mean it makes you miserable? What do you think of me?
I'd rather not say. In front of all these people.
Well, how do we get him out of there, Mr. Wimple?
Well, Mrs. McGee, as I see, the whole thing depends on a chemical analysis of the material. Maybe we can dissolve some of it around his feet.
See, now that's the first sensible remark that's been made today. What's the chemical formula, Wimple?
Oh, that's a secret, Mr. McGee.
What do you mean it's a secret?
That's what I mean. It's a secret.
Well, you know what the secret is, don't you?
No, but my wife does.
Your wife? What has she got to do with your invention?
Well, she really the inventor. I'm only the one who saw the possibilities in it for paving material.
Well, what was it in the first place?
Her recipe for chocolate pudding. The minute I tasted it, I said to her, Cornelia, I said, this would make wonderful paving material.
And what did she say?
I don't know. Everything went black. But here's what we better do, Mr. McGee.
Yeah, I don't care what we better do, but just do it.
All righty. I'll go home and analyze this material and see how we can dissolve it around your feet.
Will your wife give you the formula?
If she won't, Mrs. McGee, we'll have to use air hammers and chop him loose.
Okay, go easy, fellas. You're getting awfully close to my feet.
Be patient. You're nearly free, dearie.
Hey, there you are, buddy. Sorry you got to go home with a hunk of pavement on each foot, but that's the best we could do.
I imagine you could soak them up with turpentine, McGee.
Come on, dearie. I'll take one arm and Mr. Gildersleeve the other.
Okay. Yeah. Much obliged, fellas. All right, one side there, everybody.
Can you walk, little chum?
I think so. Let me try. Yeah, I can manage. Boy, is this a relief. I thought I'd never get out of there. You know what the first thing I'm going to do is, Molly, after I get these hunks of pavement off of my feet?
What, dearie?
I'm going to run right out and mail that letter for you.
Give it here, McGee.
No, sir. I started out to mail it, and by the 7 Sisters of Maud Kelly, I'm going to mail it.
It's no use, dearie. The letter is no good now.
What you mean? Who is it to?
The street commissioner.
My goodness, Mr. McGee, what you want him to do?
Pave the street in front of our house.
Oh, pshaw.
If you own a piano, you certainly want to keep it in beautiful condition. And here's a way to do it. Polish your piano with Johnson's Cream Wax. The amazing polish that cleans so quickly, dries so quickly, polishes so quickly, that using it is practically as easy as dusting. A couple of minutes, that's all the time it takes to do the job. Because Johnson's Cream Wax not only cleans in a moment, it dries in a moment. And it polishes in a moment to that hard, satin, smooth finish. No sticky oil left to catch dust. So tomorrow, ask for Johnson's Cream Wax, the fastest wax polish you can buy.
All the dad rat it if it wasn't for the darndest thing. I tell you.
Who are you talking about, McGee? Egghead Van de Veen?
No, Egghead McGee. I'm disgusted. Making a spectacle of myself. Everybody jeering, pointing at me, and me squawking and hollering out there like I was
Oh, stop fussing about it. It wasn't that bad. And anyway, I'll give you credit for one thing.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
It's the first time you ever put your foot in it and then opened your mouth.
Yeah? Good night, folks.
Good night, all.
In tonight's performance, Fibber was played by Tony Lizaldi, Molly, Leslie Yuletek. As Gildersleeve, we heard Doug James Slama. The old-timer was Dan Strickup. Mrs. Uppington was Candy Helson. Mr. Wimple as Doug Despin. And Teeny was played by Joni Rohr. We also heard Judy Dietrich. And this is Rich Smith as Harlow Wilcox, inviting you to be with us again next week. Good night. This is the NBC, National Broadcasting Company.
I think you'd agree they're very well cast. All right, let's see where I put my sheet. Our next show, so we have promised you 2 shows, so our next show we chose because it's called the 50th anniversary, and since this is the 90th anniversary, we thought that you might enjoy this. This show first appeared on the radio in 1945, which was the 10-year anniversary of Fibber McGee and Molly. So just to give you a little background on that. Almost all of the same characters. However, remember I said Fibber always needs somebody to play off of, to really get under his skin. And instead of Gildersleeve, in this episode, it's Doc Gamble. Doc Gamble was a well-meaning, but let me look at my script. Okay, he was ever helpful, but usually unhelpful, if you get that. And so that's what Doc Gamble was. He was a jovial physician, often trading jabs with Fibber, and the audience loved it. In addition to that, instead of Mrs. Uppington, we have Mrs. Carstairs. She was also an upper crust society maiden, but she didn't really have the bona fides to be upper society like Mrs. Uppington did. So there's a little bit of interplay that goes on there. And then finally, Alice Darling appears in this episode, and she was a boarder. She boarded with the McGees, and she was a young lady who worked for the War Department in the aircraft department for the War Department, and she boarded with the McGees, and so she plays a delightful role in this one too. So have you had enough of a break?
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 50th anniversary, Fibber McGee and Molly.
It's the Johnson's Wax program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson Wax, products for home and industry, present Fibber McGee and Molly, written by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. While you were getting the dinner or doing the dishes tonight, did you get a good look at your linoleum floor covering? Were you satisfied with its appearance, or was it a little on the dull and shabby side? Well, you know there's a very good remedy for that trouble. Just treat your floor to a beauty treatment with Johnson's Glow Coat. Then you'll not only have sparkling beauty and bright, fresh colors, but you'll have protection and long life for the linoleum. Manufacturers of linoleum themselves recommend Glow Coat. Regular care with this easy-to-use polish adds greatly to the life of the floor covering. Johnson's Glow Coat is self-polishing. It needs no rubbing or buffing. All you do is apply and let dry. And in 20 minutes, your floor is something to be proud of. And it's easy to clean up because spilled things wipe up in a jiffy when your floor is protected by Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. Some people think the reason a newspaper is printed in several sections is so that the wind can blow it all over the neighborhood easier. This is an erroneous idea. It's really so that two people can read it at the same time, like at 79 Wistful Vista, where one with the sports page and the other with affairs of society, we find Fibber McGee and Molly.
I see where Ham-Faced Gorton, the Denver Destroyer, KO'd Slugger Malone in the 5th round, McGee.
Oh, Molly, please, that don't sound good coming from you.
Well, blame yourself, dearie. You're the one who handed me the sports section while you took the news.
All right, but my gosh.
Oh, wait, listen. Gorilla Grogan, the Memphis murderer, wins Matt Tussle with Boris, the Bulgarian bone breaker. The gorilla.
Okay, you win. I'll swap sections with you.
Thank you. You know, I never could understand. Oh, isn't this sweet?
Isn't what sweet?
Oh, it's about Mr. and Mrs. Calvin W. Hookweiler of South Oak Street.
Yeah, what about them?
They're celebrating their golden wedding anniversary. Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is at that. She must be the kind of woman who never opens perfume bottles with her husband's razor blades.
And he must be the kind of man who never blames his wife when she burns the bacon.
Oh, no, I like burned bacon. The charcoal, good for the teeth. Besides, you never really...
McGee. I hope you and I can celebrate a golden wedding anniversary. Wouldn't that be wonderful, dearie?
Sure it would, but... Hey, wait a minute. Think about it. That's a wonderful idea, Molly. Why don't we do it?
Well, fine, but I don't have to go take off my apron and put on my face right now, do I? We still have about 25 years to go or so.
I mean, celebrate our golden wedding right now, today.
Oh, McGee, you can't do that. You have to be married 50 years before...
See, that's the trouble with people these days, right? They're always waiting till the last minute. If we're going to celebrate our golden wedding, let's celebrate it right now while we're sure of it.
But, McGee, you can't just...
Well, get a few friends over here and... No, wait. I got a better idea. I'm going to take you out tonight, baby.
Well, that does it. That's for me. You talked me into it.
Yes, sir. We'll get Doc and Harlow, Alice, maybe a couple of the others, and we'll go down to the Wistful Vista Biltmore for dinner and a little dancing.
Oh, wonderful. Our golden wedding anniversary. Oh, it is silly, McGee. But, oh dear, I haven't got a gift for you.
Ah, forget it. I already got something for you. I was going to save it for your birthday, but this is better.
Oh, McGee, you darling. What is it? Come on, tell Mother.
Oh, no. I'll give it to you later.
Well, I'll think of something for you. Come in. Well, if it isn't Mrs. Carstairs, you're just in time, Millicent.
Hiya, Carsty.
Well, hello, Mr. McGee, Mrs. McGee. In time for what?
Well, Carsty, Mrs. McGee and I are celebrating our golden wedding anniversary.
Golden wedding anniversary? Isn't that 50 years?
Yes, it is, Mrs. Carstairs, but himself has decided
Well,
that...
for goodness sake, when do folks get married back in Peoria? When they're 2 weeks old?
No, we haven't been married 50 years yet, Carsty.
Of course not.
Oh, you mean it only seems like 50 years?
Yes. No. You see, Mr. McGee has decided we ought to celebrate our golden wedding anniversary while we're still more or less young enough to enjoy it. It is pretty silly, isn't it?
What do you mean, silly?
I remember when Mr. Carstairs and I got married. It was a civil ceremony, you know.
Yeah, who officiated? George Washington?
Certainly not, but it was a grand affair. We had a huge reception in the evening that was marred only by my uncle's punch. It was a knockout. He hasn't been able to make it, though, since the explosion.
Oh, my! What exploded, Millicent?
The punch.
Well, sounds like his recipe went over with a bang. But listen, Kirsty, we're celebrating by having dinner at the Biltmore tonight. You care to join us?
Oh, Mr. McGee, I appreciate the invitation. I should be delighted to attend.
Oh, that's wonderful, Millicent. We'll look for you there. About 8 p.m.?
Oh, yes, that will be... Went over with a bang? That's a good one, Mr. McGee. Well, see you all tonight.
So I says to myself, Alice, I says, we may not all be together 25 years from now, I says. So I says, why not celebrate it now, I says.
I think it's a wonderful idea, Mr. McGee. Let me see now. When you're married 25 years, that's your silver anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So 50 is, 50 is gold.
Mm-hmm.
What's 75?
Diamond.
And 100?
When you're married 100 years, you just totter over to the phone and call Ripley. That's what is known as getting into his column the hard way. Why, if I ever had...
Oh, I didn't know you were here, Alice, darling. Are you coming to our dinner party tonight, dear?
I wouldn't miss it for the world, Mrs. McGee. I love parties. Anyhow, I just went to one the night before last.
Oh, what did you do, dear? Do you play parlor games or dance?
We played games, grown-up games, of course, like spin the bottle and post office.
Post office. I draw the line at that.
You do, Mr. McGee?
Oh, yes. Due to an unfortunate experience in his youth, dear.
Oh, yeah. Played post office at a high school party, Alice. Girl named Marge was postmistress at the time.
The hussy.
Mm-hmm. She calls me into the post office, see? Well, sir, I kind of blushed, and I smoothed back my hair, and I walk in. I had a terrible cowlick in those days. And she says to me, I got a letter for you, Breezy. See, kids all called me Breezy in those days.
Windy it was.
Okay, Windy. Got a letter for you, Windy, she says, so I close my eyes, and I pucker up, see?
And she kissed you?
No, she gave him the letter. Her father was the real postmaster.
Never quite got over that, Alice. I was a woman hater for several days after that.
Gee, nobody ever wanted to kiss me when I was a little girl. I had braces on my teeth, and they called me Iron Jaw Alice.
Wow. Well, I guess that situation has improved some by now, hasn't it?
I guess you'd say it's an improvement, Mr. McGee. I had to write home last week for my braces.
Oh, say, Alice, maybe you can think up some little gadget that I could give Mr. McGee here that's made out of gold.
Well, I'll give it some thought, Mrs. McGee. And, wait a minute. I've got a wonderful idea for a gift for him.
Oh, good. Whisper it to me, dear. Well, that is a cute idea, and they would be gold, all right, but Mr. McGee would always forget to feed them. Thanks anyway.
I'll keep trying. See you tonight.
Goldfish, huh?
You listened.
I never did such a thing. I merely...
Oh,
you know...
by the way, did you reserve a table at the Biltmore?
Oh, yeah. Table for 6 at 8. Or was that a table for 8 at 6? No, table for 6 at 8. Yeah, that's what I told them.
Good.
Hey, Molly, this ought to be a lot of fun. They got 2 bands tonight.
2 bands? Mm-hmm. Oh, dear. Wow, you have trouble enough keeping time with just one. All right, I don't see where... Oh.
Hi, folks.
Oh, Mr. Wilcox, just the man we wanted to see.
Yep. Want you to come to a golden wedding anniversary party, Junior.
Oh, swell. Whose?
Ours.
Whose?
Ours, Mr. Wilcox, at the Wistful Vista Biltmore tonight.
Tonight. Your golden wedding anniversary?
Yeah, you heard.
Will you come, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, gee, kids, I'd love to be there, but Ulysses Grant and Henry VIII and I have a date to play squat tag in Carnegie Hall.
We're not fooling, Mr. Wilcox. We're serious.
Certainly. Now look, Junior, we just decided to celebrate our golden wedding anniversary right now while we can still have fun.
And Alice Darling, Mrs. Carstairs, Doc Gamble, and you are invited, so won't you come?
Well, I don't know who thought this up, but it's probably the most delightfully idiotic idea I've ever heard, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Good. Be there at 8 o'clock, Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah, we'll have cocktails first, see?
Cocktails.
Sure, natch, oysters, shrimp, mixed fruit, anything you want, Junior.
Oh, great. I can't wait. I'll just have to pick up a little gift.
No gifts, Junior. That's out, see?
The presents are just between me and Mr. McGee, Mr. Wilcox. Only I haven't been able to think up anything for him yet. Do you have any ideas? Something gold? Doesn't cost too much?
Well, let me think a minute. Sure I do. I know just the thing.
Oh, good. What is it? Put your fingers in your ears, McGee.
Okay, go ahead.
Look, Molly, you know that golden oak dresser he has in the bedroom?
Yes?
Well, that's sort of golden, see? So why don't we send him out for a while and slip up there and polish it with Johnson's wax? Make it look beautiful.
Yes, but for a wedding anniversary gift, that hardly seems
Oh,
like...
but there's nothing more pleasant to look at than a Johnson wax piece of furniture, Molly.
Well, you're right.
And every time he sees it, he'll think of how wonderful it is to be married to such a good housekeeper. So efficient, so economical. A woman who thinks of Johnson's wax immediately when she needs to make sure her home is more attractive. You know, Johnson's wax.
Now,
is the...
just a darn minute, Waxy. What's Johnson's wax got to do with this?
McGee, you weren't supposed to be listening.
I wasn't listening.
Well, then how did you know what I was talking about?
Oh, look here, Junior. When you get that slap-happy look on your face, when your chest starts going up and down like a movie hero in a clinch, when you start swaying like you're in a trance, I know what you're talking about.
Well, I think it's wonderful to be so enthusiastic about something, McGee. The only thing you were ever carried away with was the ambulance when you had pneumonia.
Ooh, and you know what they use to keep those ambulances so shiny and clean?
Yes, we know!
I was afraid you did. Well, see you tonight, folks.
Oh, I'm so glad he's coming, McGee. He's a lot of fun at a party.
Yeah, he'll probably want to dance all night. I hear he's been taking Roomba lessons from Arthur Murray himself.
Oh, I still wish I could think of a good gift for you, something gold. Say, you don't have a bill clip, do you?
I don't need one. I just throw them on the hall table when the mailman delivers them. Then I don't worry about them.
Come in.
Hello, folks. I hope I'm not intruding. I just came by to offer my heartfelt congratulations on 50 years of wedded, togetherness.
Oh, Mr. Wimple, how sweet of you. Come on in.
Hey there, wimp old man. Long time, well, I'd say see, but your sweetie face usually throws you across the yard before you get this far.
Yeah. Oh, sweetie face let me out today. She said, if those two can last 50 years, you can last one afternoon without hiding behind the hydrangeas.
Woman's got the temperament of a tornado and the finesse of a flat tire.
Yes. She's very expressive. I'm sorry, I won't be able to make the dinner tonight.
Oh, Mr. Wimple, would you like us to save you a slice of cake?
Oh, yes, please. I haven't had cake since Sweetie Pie Face mistook the oven for the washing machine and baked my socks into the bunt pan.
Boy, nothing says domestic bliss like lemon zest and foot powder.
Actually, it wasn't too bad once the elastic softened.
You're all heart, Mr. Wimple.
Hey, say there, Wimp, you brought a package there. Is that for us?
Yes, it's a photo album. I made it myself. It's full of all the candid snapshots I've taken of you two over the years.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, look at this, Molly. Here's one from the time I got stuck in the coal chute. Here's you whacking me on the head with a broom.
Oh, you deserve that whack. You told me you were testing gravity.
That's one of my favorites. You both look so happy, just a little dusty.
Thanks, Wimp. You know, 50 years is a long time to spend with one person.
But I wouldn't trade a minute of it. Well, maybe a few minutes when you tried to fix the plumbing.
Hey now, those minutes built character. Mostly in the water damage.
Well, I hope Sweetie Face and I can celebrate 50 years one day.
With her? I give you both medals if you survive 15.
Oh, come on now, boys. Let's make a toast to the next 50 years while you're here. Wimple, would you do the honors?
Oh my, I've never been asked to make a toast before. Let's see. To Fibber and Molly, may your days be full of laughter, your nights full of peace, and your basement forever dry.
Here, here.
Chin chin. Come in. Oh, for goodness sakes, Doc Gamble. Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Molly. And how are you doing today, good looking?
Fine, Doc, thanks.
I was still talking to Molly.
Oh, well. Look, you're invited to dinner with us tonight, huh? We're going over to the Wistful Vista Biltmore, 8 o'clock. It's a celebration.
Celebration of what?
Our golden wedding anniversary.
There must be something wrong with my ears. I better see a doctor. And what am I saying? I am a doctor.
And there's nothing wrong with your ears that a little adhesive tape wouldn't fix when you were a baby, Doc. Now, instead of waiting 25 years, we're celebrating our golden wedding anniversary tonight. Now, don't that make sense?
No, it doesn't. But it's a splendid idea for you, at least.
Why for him, Doctor?
Well, in another 25 years, Molly, you'll still be a handsome, healthy specimen of womanhood. But little belt stretcher there will resemble a weary baboon with arteries like a clay pipe.
Oh, is that so, huh? In 25 years, I'll come over to your house and do a standing broad jump over your wheelchair, you superannuated old pill roller.
You couldn't do a running hop over a crack in a sidewalk right now, lard bucket.
Now that's all you know about it, you malpracticing old muscle twitcher. You couldn't diagnose a case of root beer.
Now, boys, after all, this is hardly the time for us to
Let
be...
him rant, Molly. He's just got a physical inferiority complex because he hasn't got enough leg muscles to keep his garters up.
Why, you little so-and-so, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, save your breath, hillbilly. You'll need it tonight to argue with the waiter when he brings you your check. See you down there.
Isn't he a sweet old character?
Yeah, well, he's old, all right, and he's a character. But if he's sweet, I'm Shirley Temple's grandson. He's about the most
Look, dearie, I've got to go get upstairs and get ready. Now, can you bring up my party dress?
Oh, okay, Snooky, sure. Here goes a good kid, huh? She knows this is the silliest idea I ever cooked up, but does she squawk? No. Yelps her pretty head off until I tell her we're going to go dance, and then she shuts up. Yeah, never mind. Let's see now, where is her dress? I think she keeps it wrapped up here in the hall closet. I gotta clean that closet out one of these days. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello, Teeny. Come on in.
Oh, what you doing, mister, huh? What you doing, huh?
Why, Mrs. McGee and I are gonna get ready to celebrate our golden wedding anniversary tonight, sis.
What's a golden wedding anniversary, mister? Anniversary. What is it, huh, mister?
It's sort of a long story, sis.
Oh, goody!
You see, the whole thing starts when two young people fall in love.
Oh.
Yeah, they get engaged, they get married, and then hand in hand, they start down the long road of life together where they find happiness and so many other things.
Why is it a road, mister? Why is it, huh? Why?
Because it's...
Why?
Because it's so easy to get into a rut, I guess. And anyhow, they go along hand in hand, side by side, always together.
Who?
The boy and the girl.
The boy and the girl?
Yeah, in the story.
Oh, boy, a story. I love stories. Tell it to me, mister. Go on, please. Tell it to me right now.
Dad, it's just I'm trying to tell it to you. Anyhow, they go along through the years, sharing everything through troubles and trial and tribulation, and then they go on till eventually...
Why did they get arrested, mister?
Huh? They didn't get arrested, sis. I says that they were...
Well, then why do they have to go through a trial? Were they framed?
Look, sis, skip the trial.
Okay, I'll read it about it in the papers anyway.
All right. So this young couple, they goes along through sickness and sorrow, through grief and bad luck and misfortune, through sadness.
Mister, don't they ever have any fun?
Sure, some, but they go right ahead anyway. Resolutely marching forward down the rocky road of time, her little hand in his, her little head on his shoulder, till all at once one of them happens to take a gander at the calendar, and this thing's been going on for 50 years.
Oh, boy!
Yeah. So they throw a big golden wedding celebration. All their friends come and they whoop and they holler, they spill stuff all over the furniture, and then they live happily ever after, and they get the pictures in the paper.
Well, gee, mister, that's a wonderful story. Can I have a golden wedding anniversary, mister? Can I? Can I, huh?
Sure, probably someday.
Well, will I have to grow up and get married like Mrs. McGee?
Yeah, certainly you would.
Will I have to have a husband for 50 years?
Well, if you're lucky.
Oh, boy, what some women won't go to get their pictures in the paper. So long, mister.
Oh, isn't this nice, McGee?
Ah, swell. Floor's pretty crowded, though, but I'll weave us through that without bumping into... Oh! Sorry, sis.
Be careful, McGee.
Oh, I'm okay. Foot slipped. When you got a natural sense of rhythm like I got, you don't... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, heavenly days, you nearly knocked that man down, McGee.
Yeah, sorry, bud. I didn't mean to... Oh, it's you, Harlow.
Yeah, that's me, all right. In the flesh. The badly bruised flesh, I might add.
Yeah. He better watch where he's going. Liable to hurt somebody.
Oh, McGee, do you remember the first dance you ever took me to back in Peoria?
Sure I do. In the high school gym.
That was the night somebody turned the lights out while we were all dancing.
Oh, yeah. And when the lights went out, you ducked and I kissed my chemistry teacher.
Mrs. Fittich. I remember, and she slapped the president of the school board.
Yep. And his wife took him right home. Boy, those were the days. Sometimes I wish Ow! Watch your elbow, bud. Oh, that's my elbow. Oh.
Maybe if you held them a little closer to your sides, McGee.
No, this is okay. You get a better balance on the turns with them out like this. You see, if you don't square off good on the turns, you're liable to skid when you... What was that? What happened? Did I miss something? Is something going on?
The music ended, that's all.
Oh, I thought I heard something funny. Come on, let's get back to the table. I didn't have my pie yet, and if Doc Gamble gets there first, he's liable to eat.
Relax, dearie. He and Alice came off the dance floor right behind us.
Well, I see you two made it all right.
Yeah, it's old stuff for us, old stuff.
Oh, and thanks again for the dance, Alice.
It was fun, Doctor.
Yeah, it looked like fun. Gamble, you get around that dance floor like a hamstrung hippopotamus.
Well, thanks, my boy. You danced with all the carefree abandon of a runaway bulldozer yourself. I could always tell when you were by the trail of people nursing bruises and grudges.
Hey, have you had some of the cherry pie, Doc? How is it?
Just like Mother used to make.
Your mother was a good cook, Doctor?
Terrible.
Tastes okay to me.
Oh, this has been a wonderful evening, dearie. There's only one thing wrong.
What's the matter, Molly?
Oh, I just feel badly that I never did get a gift for you, that's all.
Nah.
Oh, and I love the gift you gave me. Who else would have thought of a gold thimble?
Well, you see, I know you all. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, McGee, darling, what on earth?
Oh, no.
Oh, I broke a tooth. cherry pit. Oh, that rat, the present.
Here, my boy, let's see it.
No, don't touch it. Get your big fat hands off. Ow!
Oh, dear. Oh, what can I do?
Better get him to a dentist right away.
At this hour of the night?
There's one that has offices next door to mine, Molly. You grab a cab and rush him over there. I'll get on the phone and have the dentist there waiting. Go ahead now.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Come on, dearie. Oh, dear, of all the things that...
Is there anything wrong, sir?
There certainly is, waiter. My husband just broke a tooth on a piece of your pie. Come on, dearie.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, madam. Rest assured, sir, that the hotel will not charge you a cent for what...
The dinner?
For the pie, ma'am.
Now, look, bud. I got no time to wait here. You just give my bill to that big fat guy over there, huh? Come on, let's go.
That's it. Just sit back in the chair, Mr. McGee, and we'll have a look. Relax now.
Oh, will it hurt much, Doc?
No, of course not. Now, open up. Let's look in there.
Oh, he broke it on a cherry pit, Doctor.
Well, we'll have to drill that little bit. Now, open wider. A little wider. Now, I've got to get in there with this drill. Not that wide. I'm not going in, just the drill. That's better.
You see, we were having a lovely little dinner party down at the Wistful Vista.
Golden wedding anniversary.
Whose wedding anniversary?
Ours, Doctor.
Yours? My word, how old were you two when you were married?
Well, Fibber here himself, he was 21, and I...
21 and 50? That's amazing, by George. I've never seen anyone so well preserved.
Who? Me?
Well, I wouldn't take him to be a day over 65, Mrs. McGee. Yes, he could almost pass for a man of 60. He has the teeth of a man of 60.
Well, Doctor, you see, we were at...
There we are, Mr. McGee. You can sit up now.
That feels better, Doc.
Yes, sir. But we're going to have to give you a new tooth there.
A new tooth? What kind of a new tooth?
A new gold tooth.
A gold tooth? Oh, that's it. That's wonderful. I'll pay for it myself.
Huh?
Oh, that's my present, dearie. That is my golden present to you. A wedding anniversary gold tooth to you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, McGee, I still think a golden wedding anniversary is a wonderful thing.
So do I.
And I'm so glad I was finally able to get you the gift that I wanted.
Yeah, a gold tooth.
And I'd like to congratulate every couple out there who are celebrating theirs or planning to celebrate it someday. I hope you all have a long life and a happy one.
And lots of ice cream for dessert.
Why ice cream?
No pits.
Oh.
Good night, folks.
Good night, all.
In tonight's performance, Tony Lizaldi as Fibber. Molly was played by Leslie Ultek. Mrs. Carstairs, Jody Dietrich. Alice Darling was Candy Henderson. Mr. Wimple by Doug Despin. Doc Gamble by Dan Steika. Teeny was Joan Rory. Dentist was David James Slama. And I'm Rich Smith, back as Harlow Wilcox. Special effects by Candy Helson, excuse me. Morgan Hunter on the organ, directed by Nita Hunter, and our sound engineer, Rick Haggerty. This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson Wax Finishes for Home and Industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Again, so well cast. We put so much hard work into rehearsing for the show, so we hope you enjoyed it. A special shout out to Jason Rimkus. He's there from Kenosha Community Media, where you can watch it on YouTube or on TV at a future date. Thank you to the tech crew behind the wall. And have a good day off.